Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. In today's video, we're going to be rating skincare ingredients. Those holy grail must-have ingredients in your skincare routine are those total fails that could be doing your skin more harm than good. I'm going to be rating all of these products from the ding 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 holy grails through to the use in moderation, depending on your skin type kind of ingredients, through to the total fails that you must avoid. I'm going to be using Tiermaker for this, which I'll leave an image to the scales that we're going to be rating things on today here. Before you all come for me and read me to filth and say this is a copy of a video Hiram uploaded on his channel quite recently, I actually did a video using Tiermaker about 2 months ago. I'll leave a link to that video up there. It was so much fun to film and you guys really enjoyed that video, so I thought, okay, I watched Hiram's and was like, yes, I really enjoyed doing that last time, let's repeat it again. But instead of looking at skincare brands, let's look at the ingredients that brands use to formulate their products. So I will leave a link to Hiram's video below just out of courtesy, so check that out because it was actually a really good video. But let's get straight on into it. First off, we're talking niacinamide. This has got to be the skincare ingredient of 2020. It went insane. Everybody wanted it in their skincare routine. It was a sellout with any product that had a standalone niacinamide in it. And of course, companies started formulating every skincare product with just a hint of niacinamide thrown in because everybody wanted to get their hands on this ingredient. In terms of how I'm going to rate it, I'm going to say okay in moderation. Now hear me out, I actually quite like niacinamide. It's great for my oily, blemish prone skin. It helps to regulate oil levels, it can brighten the skin. It's a really nice vitamin to include in your skincare routine. However, I do think it's becoming a little bit overdone. Choosing the right niacinamide and applying it correctly is really important. Fortunately, I've got you covered and I did a whole video on that, which I'll leave a link to up there. So check that out to find the right one for you and also to find the right one for your skin type and how to apply it correctly. Because so many brands are including it in just about every one of their products, it can be really easy to overdo niacinamide. I don't think many people need a standalone niacinamide these days, because if you look at the skincare ingredients you're already using, turn the product, look at the ingredient list, and you'll probably find niacinamide in 2 or 3 of them anyway. So you're getting that hit of niacinamide without needing a separate standalone serum in your skincare routine. So I'd say use it in moderation. Coming up next is glycolic acid. Now, if you'd have asked me at the start of 2020 what was my go-to favourite exfoliator, I would have said glycolic acid, hands down. I absolutely love the product. It was a holy grail for me and it was the only exfoliator I actually used. And alpha hydroxy acid, it's got a relatively small molecule size, which means it penetrates quite deeply into the skin and does a really quick, effective and robust exfoliation. People love the quick results you get through glycolic acid. You get rid of all that dead skin cells, you get a brighter complexion. It'll help even out your skin tone, so people absolutely love it. However, go to 2021, now I'm actually going to put depending on your skin type. That's not because I think it's a bad ingredient to have in your skincare routine, but I've moved away from it in my own skincare routine and now I tend to use lactic acid. I find I get the same great results from lactic acid, but with a lot less of the dryness and some of the irritation you can get from lactic acid. So I think if you have very oily skin or you have very robust skin that isn't prone to sensitivity, then glycolic acid will be a great exfoliator to use. For everybody else, I think maybe there's some better, more gentle alternatives that will deliver the fantastic results, but in a more gentle way over a longer period of time, which has to be a good thing. So I'm putting it depending on your skin type. Now, in at number 3, we're talking about hyaluronic acid. Now, I talked about niacinamide being the it ingredient of 2020. I actually think I might have lied there. I think hyaluronic acid probably was equally as prevalent in 2020. People went mad for this. You hear these claims that it can hold 1,000 times its own weight in water. For a start, that's actually a lie. There's no proof that that is the case. It does definitely draw and retain moisture. It's a humectant, so it will help to retain that moisture and hydration in the skin, making it great for people with dehydrated or maybe slightly dry skin. But I do think its benefits are slightly overblown. And similar to niacinamide, you tend to see in all skin products. So I'm going to leave it in the in moderation category. That's not because I think you should avoid it in your routine. I actually think most people could benefit from a hyaluronic acid humectant in their routine. If you turn all of your products, they've probably all got hyaluronic acid or sodium hyaluronate or a derivative of it already in there. So having a standalone serum I think is just a bit unnecessary. You're adding an extra step to your routine, and just because people think hyaluronic acid is totally benign, you can slap it on your skin, it'll hydrate and you can never overuse it. It actually can cause some sensitivity and redness if you overuse the product. So I think absolutely have it in your skincare routine, but moderate it and make sure that you're not using a standalone serum, because that's probably going to be too much when it's in all your other products already. Now, let's talk ceramides. And in ceramides, we have our first, yes, ding, ding, ding ingredient that I definitely think you should have in your skincare routine. I'm actually trolling myself here because I've used an image of CeraVe, which is probably the most popular and well-known ceramide included brand. However, I really don't like CeraVe. I think CeraVe's a really not a great skincare line. I don't like their ethics. I don't like their formulations. I just think they're a bit meh. I know a lot of you will disagree with me, and I think it's personal choice of what works for you. So I'm kind of trolling myself. I used that image because I think it represents ceramides well, but there's actually so many better ceramide including skincare products out there, and I'll leave a link below to some of my absolute favorites, so check those out. Ceramides are fantastic. They hydrate, they help support the barrier function of the skin. So if you have redness, dryness, or you feel like a little bit irritated and the skin's a little bit itchy and sore, ceramides will help rebuild that barrier, protect the skin, and obviously the stronger the skin barrier, the better, in better health our skin's going to be. Ceramides, holy grail, would definitely recommend you have them in your skincare routine, so check out some of those recommendations below. Now, I feel like we're on a bit of a roll here because coming in next are peptides, which are another ding, 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 yes, must-have skincare ingredient. I love peptides. I think more than any other ingredient, this has transformed my skin in 2020. Peptides are great at hydrating, they even out skin tone, they trigger the production and support with the production of collagen. They're just an all-round, multi-purpose, fantastic ingredient to have. Not all peptides are created equally, and so it can be a little bit difficult to know which ones to include in your routine and how to get the most benefit. I've left some links to my favourite peptide serums below, so I would recommend you check those out. I also will leave a link to a video above where I talk about peptides and the best peptides out there, so if you want to explore it a little bit more and make sure that you have this star ingredient in your skincare routine for 2021, check out that video and pick the right one for you and your skin type. Now, going from the absolutely amazing to the downright dirty, we are talking colorants. Colorants are definitely in the category of no way, do not go there, and totally unnecessary in skincare. I don't understand why brands continue to add colorants to their products. We do like a sensorial appearance, and we'll be coming on to fragrance later on in the video. In terms of colorants, I just don't think they add anything to the product. A lot of companies are getting around this by actually using colored containers. So Pixi are a really great example of this. They've taken a lot of the colorants out of their products and then added a colorant or a dye to the plastic that they're contained in, so they give the illusion of having a coloured product, which makes us want to gravitate towards it in the drugstore, but it's not going to be in the product itself and impacting our skin. Colorants, whilst they are safe to use and they are safe to ingest as well as to apply topically to the skin, they're just really unnecessary, and a lot of people do have sensitivity to them. So why run that risk? Why not let's just take colorants out of skincare in 2021, forget about them, and then you won't have any risk of an increased sensitivity from using them. Now, next up is something I get asked so often, and that is antioxidants. Do we need them? Should we have them? Is a vitamin C enough? Let's just break it down a little bit. Antioxidants are going in the yes, must-have category. I love antioxidants in my skincare routine. They work beautifully alongside your other serums and your SPF to just double down on the protection you're getting in your skin. So antioxidants kind of scavenge for free radicals. Free radicals are things that cause oxidative stress on our skin. So they could be pollution, they could be some wavelengths of light, blue light from our devices and our tablets, or it could be just atmospheric pollution, debris, particles, all the things we don't want touching our skin. They form a physical shield as well as creating like a sponge where they mop up all of these before they can come into contact with the skin and cause premature aging and damage. They're just a beautiful thing to have in your skincare routine. You can go for something super cheap like a Q10 serum. The Incalist one is like £5 here in the UK, really effective yet super affordable. Or you can go for my personal favourite, which is the super effective like multi-pronged attack antioxidant, which is the Niod Survival. 15 different antioxidant powers all in one product. Holy grail for sure. But use what your price point will stretch to. If you can only afford something cheaper like a Q10 serum, your skin will still thank you for including it. So it's a must have in your skincare routine. Just pick the right one for your price point. Now, we seem to be yo-yoing between the ding-ding-dings, which antioxidants certainly were, and the wah-wah-wah total fails, which sodium lauryl sulfate is definitely going in the category of. This used to be a really common cleaning agent in skincare, but it's one of the most drying sulfates out there. So it can strip and dry the skin. Some people are sensitive to it, so it can create sensitivity, irritation, and redness. It's just a firm pass as an ingredient. You've seen this phased out of most cleansers over the past couple of years, as skincare companies have realised that A, it's not the best or most effective cleanser out there, and a lot of people are starting to look to avoid it in their skincare routine. So of course they respond, and they're using much more natural ingredients, so you'll get some natural saponins appearing in cleansers, and also some much more gentle surfactants, so you're not getting that harsh stripping. Sodium lauryl sulfate and sodium lauryl sulfate, they're two very similar, and will strip and dry the skin. Now, do I think they're damaging? Some people say they're toxic to the skin. That's a load of old rubbish. They're not toxic, they just can be very drying. Someone like myself who has super oily skin can get away with including them in their skincare routine, but I still do feel a little bit on the dry side after I've used a cleanser containing it, so I just don't think it's worth it. Definitely one that we should pass, and I'm hoping in 2021 we'll see some really great newer formulations of cleansers that do away with the old SLS style ingredients and bring some more natural, some newer, and some better cleaning agents that won't leave us stripped and dry. I mentioned how much I dislike CeraVe before, and that's because everyone fangirls hard over it, but quite a few of their cleansers include SLS, so if you're using a CeraVe cleanser, check on the back of it, because you don't want it in your skincare routine. So either switch to another one of the CeraVe cleansers that doesn't include it, or to a better cleanser. I did a whole video on amazing cleansers, which I'll leave a link to up there. Check that out, because honestly, pick one of those and your skin will love you. All of them are SLS free and will leave you hydrated, cleaned, prepped, and ready to go for the rest of your skincare routine. Now, we are moving on to my star ingredient. There was never any doubt that this was going to be in the top 10 ding 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 holy grail ingredients in your skincare life. That is retinol. I love retinol. I love everything about it. There is this myth that certain skin types can't use it, and a lot of people would have expected it to be in that depends on your skin type category, but absolutely not. This is a firm favourite of mine, and one that definitely belongs in the ding 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 yes 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 category. There is a retinol out there for everyone, but you do need to choose the right one for your skin type. I did a video on the best retinols for each skin type, which I'll leave a link to up there, so check that out, because that's going to help you pick the right one for you and make sure that you're using one that isn't going to create too much sensitivity and dryness. Vitamin A derivatives, retinols, retinals, different names, different types, different strengths, but they all do one thing, which is anti-agers. They reverse the signs of the aging that's already been accumulated in the skin. So if you have hyperpigmentation and dark spots, if you have uneven skin tone and texture, this will absolutely help. It'll also help diminish the fine lines and wrinkles and boost our collagen levels. It's like an all-round amazing ingredient, and one that I think everybody should have in their skincare routine for 2021. So check that video out, work out the right one for you and your skin type, and get it in your skincare routine, because your skin will love you for it. Now, we're in the home straight, and we're coming on to the most contentious of all the ingredients today, and I am going to include fragrance. So, a lot of people are expecting this to probably go in the no way, absolutely should avoid in your skincare routine, because a lot of influencers and beauty bloggers out there say there is no place for skincare, fragrance in skincare. I totally disagree. I love a gorgeous scent to a product. I do think you need to be careful. And so whilst it's somewhere between the in moderation and the depending on your skin type category, I'm actually going to put it in the depending on your skin type, just because I do think that our skin types are very sensitive that should just avoid it completely. Whereas people like myself who have more oily and resilient skin can get away with using more fragrance than other people can. It brings a sensorial experience, and so I say to people, part of self-care is skincare, and also you need to have that element of sensorial, calming, soothing. If you're somebody that's really affected and influenced by the scents and the smells that are around us, I think fragrance is a crucial part to your skincare routine. Pick it wisely, so choose a cleanser with a fragrance in, which is a wash-off treatment rather than a serum that's going to be left on the skin. You know, we see a lot of fragrance moisturizers, which I tend to avoid, and choose a cleanser with a fragrance so I can get that sensorial hit at the start of my skincare routine, but I'm not risking leaving the product or the ingredient on the skin to trigger sensitivity down the line. If you can go for a natural scent, obviously that's better than going for artificial, and I always say to patch test all products before you use them to make sure you don't have a sensitivity, because anybody can be sensitive to any ingredient, whether it's natural, artificial. Patch test first just to be on the safe side. But fragrance, I actually don't think it's the devil. A lot of people would have you believe it is, but for me, it's going in the dependent on your skin type category. Now, we are definitely in the home straight now, and I'm going to mention vitamin C. I actually do think it's an essential part of your skincare routine, which is why I'm including it in the ding 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 yes 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 category. Everyone should have a vitamin C, but Don't just go out and buy any old vitamin C. Work out which one is right for you. Japan actually introduced us to vitamin C derivatives over the last couple of years. These are great because they give all the glow-enhancing, beautiful, illuminating benefits of vitamin C, but they're much less harsh on the skin. They don't need a really low formulation pH to be effective, and so they don't give that stinging and tingling you can get. That also means you can use them alongside peptides, ceramides, all the other good stuff in your skincare routine. They're much more flexible, they deliver the same benefits, and they don't leave that harsh, drying quality that you can get from a pure form vitamin C and L-ascorbic acid. So I would definitely say reach for a derivative. I did a video where I pulled together my favorite vitamin C derivatives and kind of explained the differences between some of them, which I'll leave a link to there because I definitely would recommend you check that out. It's a must-have for anyone that wants to glow up, have that gorgeous illuminated lit from within complexion. Definitely vitamin C is going to be our friend. It's got some antioxidant benefits to boot. We talked about those earlier. It's just an all-round holy grail product. Now we're coming onto tranexamic acid. This is a stunning, stunning ingredient, but it's not suitable for everyone. Tranexamic acid is going to be huge in 2021. I think it's going to be like the niacinamide of this year, where everyone's going to jump on board with it and really want it in their skincare routine. It's a beautiful product for anyone that suffers with dark spots, uneven skin tone, and hyperpigmentation. Because not only will it help eradicate some of that pigment, it'll also help prevent it pooling in certain areas, which gives that uneven look to the skin tone. A gorgeous product. You should always use it in moderation, but I'm actually going to put it in the depends on your skin type category. The reason for this is it's perfect for people that do suffer with hyperpigmentation and dark spots, but if that isn't you, I don't think you need it in your skincare routine. So definitely dependent on your skin concerns, issues and type, but it's a beautiful ingredient that I really hope we'll see more of in 2021. If you want a standalone video on tranexamic acid, leave me a comment below and I'll happily film it and share it with you guys. I think this represents a really good rundown of some of the most common ingredients in skincare, from the holy grails, the ding ding dings, to the total fails. I would love you to leave me a comment of any other ingredients that you want to mention. Obviously I couldn't incorporate every single ingredient in this video, it'd be like 3 hours long. So if I've missed out an ingredient you're intrigued by or want to know a bit more about, leave me a comment below. I have left a full list of my favorite recommendations for each of these ingredients where I love them, so check out some of those below if you do want to look to incorporate some of these in your skincare routine. Wherever you are in the world, guys, I hope you're staying safe and well and having an amazing start to 2021, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye.